Hi, Elizabeth. Franco.
Hi, how you doing today?
Great, great. Do you mind if I grab a seat?
Yeah, of course. Just have a seat right here.
Actually, here's one of my business cards right here.
Oh, thank you. All right, yeah, I'm just going to set this aside.
Okay, great. So you know we're here for the whole CRM system. I first want to start out, I heard you went to Salisbury University.
I did.
Oh, great. When did you graduate?
An alumni. I graduated about 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm a little bit older. I've been there. I graduated in '92.
Oh, wow. Ooh, you're a little older.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, so that's good.
Yeah.
Let me get started. What I'm going to do here today, I'm going to first walk you through a little bit of your company, some of your needs, and some of what you guys need to go over. Then I'm going to show you our CRM product, which I brought my laptop. If anything works out well, we'll see where we go from there, okay?
Okay, great.
First, I'm going to start off by prefacing this by saying, I'm not here to sell you something. I'm here to simply show you how my company can help your company and how we can have a good relationship between the two, okay?
Okay, great.
Great. So, first let me start. What's the decision process like for your company? Do you make the decision or does it move on to the higher level ops? How does that work?
I am one of the key decision makers. Also, our CFO and CEO, Frank and Joe, we'll sit down, meet together, then decide if we move on to the next level.
Okay, so if all things go well here, after this meeting, you'll meet with your two co-workers, and if that works well, we'll contact you again and show the product to them.
Right.
Or will the product just be bought then?
We'll hopefully go through a demonstration with them, see if how they do with the product, and then we'll sit down, to do the buying process.
Okay, great. So from what I understand, you have 4 branches?
Yes.
Okay.
We have 4 locations right now, all over the Eastern Shore.
Okay, and how many employees are you currently employing?
About 180.
About 180
Yeah,
employees?
we had a little bit of a layoff last year, but we still have 180.
180, and how many of those are actually recruiters and how many of those are actually account managers?
We have about 10 account managers, and I would say about 20 recruiters.
And the rest of the employees?
Right, everyone else is either technical support, customer service, or just someone who's dealing with upper management.
Okay, great. So what type of system are you running currently?
Currently, we're doing it with a web-based.
Okay.
Right now, I mean, it's working, but it's not working well enough.
What are some of the problems that you're facing?
Some of the issues, I mean, it's not too bad, but I would say the communication, there's a gap in between. What we're doing is there's multiple databases, and I like to just have one.
Mm-hmm.
I like to the account managers and whatnot. I like us all to just use one system.
One system. So you're using 2 different systems right now?
Right, and they're connected, but I feel like there's just way too many technical glitches as well.
So
with that.
from those technical glitches, do you guys lose money?
Yeah, we've had a net loss. We've had a pretty big net loss because of these the system being down.
What is that net loss on a year-end basis?
I would say approximately 25,000.
25,000 per year?
Yes.
Per person or just per year?
Per year.
Per year. Okay. Do you actually employ a IT department?
Yes, we have a little bit of technical support, but not good enough right now.
How many IT employees do you guys have?
Right now, we only have 6 working.
6 working, and how much do they make a year?
Roughly 45. 50.
45. So 45 times 6. Little mental math right there. We're looking around, $270,000 person. $270,000 per year.
Right.
For your IT department.
Oh yeah, it's a huge sum of our profit.
Okay, good. And so, what are some of the problems you're saying? The communication between account managers to recruiters. What are some other problems you're facing?
It's just kind of slow.
Slow.
I need immediate access on my cell phone. If I'm away on business, I need to be able to access immediately. And what is it so slow? I'm not able to access it from my mobile phone.
And so that's one of the problems. You can't access it from your mobile phone.
Right,
access immediately is slow.
Right, and I'd like all of us key decision makers do have that, tip of our fingers.
Okay, good. Just the key decision makers. Do you want everyone to have that?
I mean, I'd like everyone to be on the same page, but I'm just saying for right now, that's our main focus, and I think that they would, they would love to have that as well.
Okay, good. So is there, do you feel like you're losing proficiency in terms of because you can't access it everywhere and because it's slow?
I do. I feel like we could be a much more efficient company with it.
Okay. So like you said, you had 10 account managers and 20 recruiters.
Right.
And how many other people use the CRM system out of those 180 employees?
Basically all of them use them except for I'd say technical support. They only just really work on them.
But they're still involved. So not everyone uses it.
Right.
So if you're losing proficiency on a yearly basis, if you could put a monetary value on each person, how much they're losing, how much would you say each person's losing?
I'd say each person on average would be losing about $1,500.
Just on a yearly basis.
Right.
Okay. So about 180 times 1,500. You're losing a good chunk of money right there.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of our process, see what our CRM system does, see if it can solve some of the problems you have, and from there we can move on, okay?
Okay.
Great. So here's our system. I'm going to first walk you through Like you said, you have a problem with it. You have two different systems, one for account managers, one for recruiters.
Right.
Ours is one system. You know, a lot of the communication problems you're having come from the training you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
And we start off by starting everyone in your company with a one-day training class. It only takes 3 hours, so you're not really losing any time in terms of efficiency when people could be doing other things. So 3 hours out of the one day, and that covers you for the entire year.
Okay.
Or not for the entire time you have the product. And ours is a very complex system, but that 3-hour training course can cover everything you need in terms of communicating with other people, stuff like that. Checking all the data, stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that.
And is everyone involved in the training system, not just?
Yes, every single person has to go through that training system. Probably the upper level people who have more access to all the different parts of the system might have to do a little bit more training, but not much more.
Okay.
So now you're saying one of your problems is that you have a slow system.
Mm-hmm.
Our system is controlled by our IT department back, in our offices. That is a web-based system as well as a cloud.
Okay.
So the thing is, you're handling when you have a slow system. Our system actually speeds up because we're constantly refreshing our data, constantly refreshing our software. So every morning at 3 a.m. So you don't have to worry about having a slow system or something like that. We always cover that for you. Always works fast. Now, one of the things you were talking about, accessibility immediately. That's one of the things that we think separates us from every other competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Our product can actually be accessed on all iPhones or smartphones, also Android as well. We have an app in the App Store. So you can access it from your phone anywhere. So if you're a recruiter going on a recruiting visit, or on a sales call, any information about that certain customer, they can have it right there. And during that 3-hour training course, it walks you through how to use it on your phone as well as a laptop.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. So here I'm going to walk you through a couple of different things right here on our system. As you see right here, we have a part for an account manager and a part for a recruiter. Just for so you can see the different systems. But anybody can access each account. Okay. Now the account managers have a password just because they're a little bit higher up in the company, so they have a password for their information. They don't want everyone else to have that. So that's one of the good things that works well for us. Now one of the main things you're saying, you're losing proficiency. I think our product solves that for you, just because our training is so extensive. You never have to worry about losing information because we refresh our system every morning at 3 a.m. And it's a web-based system, so it can be accessed from anywhere. That's kind of one of the big things you guys talked about. So do you think that this system would work for you guys?
I do. I think it's a good fit. I just had a few issues with you guys. I know your competitor NetState.
Mm-hmm.
I read some reviews on you guys.
Okay.
It wasn't too good about your customer service. I was just a little bit curious about that. I want customer service is our main focus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything.
I totally understand. I'm actually very familiar with the reviews you're talking about. We were having some problems with our company, a couple rogue employees, as we say.
Right.
We've taken care of those, and ever since then, those employees from our customer service have actually left with our company and moved on. From then on, we've set a new training program to make sure nothing like that will happen again. Now, obviously, that happened a couple months ago. All I can promise to you is that from here on out, we'll know. I'll guarantee it'll be better. That's one of the main focuses of our company in the past 3 months is to handle that problem. Prove to our customers and our new customers that's a problem in the past. All those people are out of our employee base, and our customer service, which is a 24-hour customer service, it should be unrivaled. We have new training programs that we've set in place. They're more extensive, and it makes it even better for every employee.
Okay,
that's
great.
one last thing I actually didn't get a chance to talk to you about was our 24-hour tech service. So if you have any problems, if the system is acting slow, if there's any questions you have, we have a 24-hour tech that works around all clock. We have someone always on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And you can call them and they'll solve any problem for you that you have right there.
Okay, great.
Any other questions you had?
Yeah, I just was a little concerned about your cost per month. I know it's a little more a little bit pricier, and right now our budget doesn't really seem to be able to handle that. I didn't know if you guys do paying in increments or whatnot. I just wanted to know how that's.
Well, we actually have two different systems, and actually I'm gonna draw up a couple figures right here before we go into that. Now we're talking about dollars. So you said you've lost about $25,000 net worth.
Right
here. And then you have an IT department that runs about $270.
Yeah.
Right here. And then 1,800 times 1,500. That's about about $200,000 right there.
Right.
That you're saving with our system, if the proficiency works out well.
Right.
So let me total these numbers up real quick. $495,000 in terms of money that we're saving for your company. So yeah, our product costs $300,000, and that's a flat retainer for the entire year, and breaks that down, each month. It'll obviously be a little bit more.
So I'm not just paying that right up front.
This $300,000 is paid up right up front.
Okay.
But we do have a different program, which I'm going to explain to you in 1 second, okay? So the retainer is $300,000. So the $300,000 compared to the money you're saving, I'm actually going to be giving you $200,000 or $195,000. for your company. But like you said, it's still money that you have to worry about in your budget. You have to, budget things out before you actually get the money that you're saving. So we do something called a contract against net gain, where we'll take a half of this cost and only charge you $150,000, and over the next year, all net gain that you have for the next 5 years while using our product, we get 10% of that. So that's good for you because you'll save a lot of money up front. So you don't have to pay the $150,000 right away. But it could also mean it's more expensive for you.
Right.
If your product's working well and you're getting a lot more money, and that $150,000 you owe us the next 5 years. Say your company grows 10% for the next 10 years, and this number that you're getting from us or giving to us could be up to $200,000. So it might cost more,
right.
but it might cost less. If your product doesn't work for you, then it's going to cost less. And we feel this is good for our customers just because we don't want to sell your product's not going to make you do better.
Right.
So by this little contract we have set out, allows us to, if you're not making money, we're not going to make the money back.
Okay.
So it works out for both of us.
Right.
Okay, good. So this is the product you have any other questions about?
No, I think you basically uncovered all my needs. Yeah, especially.
Okay, good. So from here on out, you're going to go meet with your CFO and your
right.
other coworker. So can we set up an appointment that I can come back maybe in a week to show them the product as well?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure they'd love to sit down with you after. They definitely need to see the demonstration and whatnot. So that'd be great. Sometime next week.
So I'll have my secretary contact you once that's on for next week.
Yeah, great.
Thank you
for meeting with me.
Thanks for having me.